Hi everyone, my name is Alex Gascoigne. I'm a violinist in the BBC Scottish Symphony Orchestra, and this is the next one of our conversations of Ask Any Question. And the player I'm going to chat to this morning is our #1 clarinet, Yann Ghiro. Bonjour Yanni.
Bonjour Gaza, how are you?
Don't say anything else in French because I don't know any. I'm very well, how are you?
Everything's okay here, just a bit cabin fevered. But the weather is nice and the garden has plenty of activities for me, so that's fine.
Very good, very good. So I've got some questions here for you that members of our audience, oh please don't look like that, you never usually look like that. So members of our, have you had a haircut by the way?
Well, I've got 2 daughters and I couldn't run away from the clipper, the hair clipper, so they did that. Well, it's,
wow. You tell them they're very good.
Oh, thank you. It will grow back.
So, Yann, your first question from a member of our audience is from Claire Devlin, and she asks, what's your earliest memory of hearing an orchestra play?
Thanks for the question, Claire. It would have to be the Nice Philharmonic Orchestra. My teacher, clarinet teacher, was principal clarinet there, and you get tickets to go see dress rehearsals of operas. And I really loved it. We saw variety of Wagner, Rossini, and Verdi, and all that. And it was really a great experience. It's the stage and also being able to see the orchestra in the pit and the relation. And I love opera, and it was really a great experience. And I do wish that we did a bit more with the bead. That would be great. And though the few experiences or the few operas we've done over the years have always been great experiences.
We did some wonderful stuff with Donald Runnicles, particularly when he was chief conductor, didn't we? We did Tristan and Isolde, and we did Meistersingers at the Edinburgh Festival years ago. The repertoire is fantastic, isn't it?
Yeah, and doing the Wozzeck we did.
That's right.
4 or 5 years. I mean, Wozzeck put that together. Or the first time that Donald came with us for the Trojans,
yes,
for the Edinburgh Festival. That was wonderful.
Yes, yeah. It's the singers as well. I think I think working with great singers are absolutely amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, even say again.
Do you ever wish you joined an opera orchestra?
No, the variety we have here at the BIB is wonderful, because I don't think I would. I mean, I don't know, but doing opera is great, but being in the pit all the time maybe becomes. I mean, it's just a question of habit. But I quite like what we do here, and BBC is a wonderful platform for that. Because we cover so much stuff. We do opera, we do obviously symphony concerts, we do things that most orchestras wouldn't be able to afford to do. Yeah. Those projects which are too expensive or too off the common path to be done. And I think the variety we do here is fantastic, and I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, no, I absolutely agree with you. Okay, so our next question is from Ian Brigo Hansen, and he asks, I love these questions like this. What audition advice would you give for excerpts? What audition advice would you give for excerpts?
Okay, well, thanks, Ian. You would be surprised how many people come to auditions and have no idea how things go. And so my advice would be, listen to the excerpt in situ, making sure that you know what's happening before and after, knowing the general idea of the piece or the feeling of that excerpt. Check tempos with different recordings or things, just to have a general idea, and then you can make up your own mind. But in a frame, in a situation, that then you can decide what you want to do. But need to respect the idea of the piece. I mean, I've heard people doing the clarinet solo from Rachmaninnov's Second Symphony, and they're playing that almost like a waltz. They were feeling the dance and going very fast, and almost looking at you at the end, saying, "What's the big deal about that solo?" Yeah, well, maybe if you played the real dynamic and the real tempo, maybe things would get a bit more difficult. But yeah, it was quite funny. Just be aware of what's happening in real life doing that solo.
So you teach at the Conservatoire, the Royal Conservatoire of Scotland. Do you, when you're teaching your clarinet students, do you spend a lot of time? Do you spend an equal amount of time teaching excerpts and pieces, concertos and sonatas and stuff, or do you concentrate more one than the other? I mean, what place has the orchestral repertoire got in you preparing students to earn a living?
It's a funny one. Because I really strongly believe in making students as independent as possible. And yes, I get a bit upset and when they turn up with excerpts and it's very obvious that they haven't done their homework. I mean, in our days, Alex, when we had excerpts to learn or something like that, we would have physically to go to the library, hoping that they would have LP which wouldn't be too scratched, and find a place in those LPs where the solo is. And that was our way of finding out. Now, whilst commuting, they can just go on YouTube, type the excerpt they want, and they get it like that within seconds. And lots of them don't even do it. And that's the fact that technology has allowed us to have so much at our disposal, but some people still don't do it.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's yeah. So I probably sound like an old man complaining, saying, "Oh, in my days we had to go to the library and look for excerpts." But the technology is there.
Yeah.
But some of them still don't do it.
Yeah. So listen to the excerpts. Listen to the pieces, work out the context, tempos, dynamics, absolutely. So David Hay is our next question. And David Hay asks, you've had experience performing in professional orchestras in France, the USA and the UK. What are the differences in approach to music making that you've experienced in these different cultures?
Oh, that's a good question, David. I don't think things are very different in many ways. It's pretty like comparing Man United and Arsenal and Liverpool and Newcastle, whatever big teams are up there at the moment. The only difference would be how a French orchestra would tackle Debussy as opposed to the British or any other orchestra. But then it's the culture of the individuals within the group. If people are used to doing that kind of stuff and kind of sound and creating that kind of vibrato and kind of clarity of sound or darkness of sound, then the individual culture will kick in and make you play in a different way. I mean, we don't play Brahms like we play Debussy or Wagner or Tchaikovsky. We all play differently, or Mozart or Haydn. It's all part of what we learn at college and experience after that.
So my last question, you'll have to explain all this because I don't understand the question. This is from Duncan Mains. Just says, plastic or cane, also anchovy paste or not?
Thanks, Dunk. Okay. Okay, Duncan used to be a student at the RCS, a clarinet student, so we know each other pretty well. Yeah. Okay, plastic or cane? Cane. Though, if one does Pierrot Lunaire, I would recommend for practicality and I would recommend. It's quite possible to do the bass clarinet part in Pierrot Lunaire with the plastic reed because it doesn't dry out, and when you have to swap between clarinet and bass, and you haven't touched the bass clarinet for a while, you take it and you know it's going to work. That's my own experience. I'm sure lots of people are going to disagree with that, but that's fine. But this apart from that, sorry, say again?
This is reeds we're talking about.
Sorry, yes, it is reeds. It's not clarinets. No. It's reeds. Yes. So yeah. Sorry, I missed that. I thought everybody knew what plastic or yeah. Anyway, so yeah, but on the whole, I don't think anything is ready to quite replace cane or reeds at the moment.
Okay.
But it's handy at times.
Okay. And what's I don't know what this means. Anchovy paste or not?
Oh yes. Well, I'm from Nice, and during lockdown, I've been doing quite a lot of cooking, and I've been doing a few dishes from my hometown. It's not nostalgia; it's just like the weather was nice and it was quite good. And I did a recipe of what we call pizza alla bière, which is a kind of onion pizza. And you're supposed to put black olives, Nice black olives on top, and anchovy. But somehow Duncan saw somewhere that people were putting anchovy paste on the pizza dough before putting the onions. But no, I mean, it might work, but it's not original.
Well, I'm glad we got that sorted out.
Yeah, I know. I mean, well, I'm glad we're talking food rather than. I was expecting questions about the whoopee cushion after the 100-second thing last time. So I'm glad we didn't go there.
You and me both, Yann. This is still the BBC.
Yes.
Yann, it's lovely to talk to you.
Oh, it's lovely to speak to you, Alex, and to see you too. I miss you guys.
Sorry?
I miss you guys.
Yeah, it's tough, isn't it?
Yeah. It's. I mean, it's been quite nice to have a break because I mean we work pretty hard, and as I said earlier, kind of going through a lot of music all the time. So it was nice to have a little break. But yeah, it's going to be a bit difficult. It's going to be tough to go back to work and get used to playing not online anymore, playing with people rather than a click track.
Yeah, that's right. But it's the SSO is a very nice group of people, isn't it? And we all get on, and we do have a good laugh most of the time.
Yes, we do. We do, and that's a great thing we have.
Yeah, yeah, I miss that a lot too. Yeah, Yann, it's lovely to talk to you. Look after yourself.
Yeah, you too, and hopefully see you soon. I mean, now though that with the proms news, it's a bit, yeah. But
We'll see. Hopefully, fingers crossed.
Yes.
Yeah. Lovely to see you, Yann.
Cheers, Alex. See you soon.
Cheers. Bye.
Bye.